Hey everybody, it's Mark from Ride and Grill, and today we're going to be doing my basic sandwich bread. It should only take about 2.5 hours from start to finish, so let's get going. So now we're going to start mixing the ingredients to make your dough. Just add your warm water, add your yeast, and your sugar. Then you're going to add your flour combo. You're going to add your 15 grams of butter and your 11 grams of salt. I'm using a dough hook. You can use a paddle at this point. You can even mix it by hand if you want, if you don't have a stand mixer. But just put it down, put it on one to roughly have it mixed together. You just want to kind of get it combined, because what we're going to do is, after this is roughly set together, we're going to let the dough sit probably for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes to Autolyse. Okay, we'll kick it up a little bit. So that's good. So we're going to take that off of there like that. Cover it with a towel and let it set. Well, we're going to do 15 minutes. So let's set the timer for 15. And we'll be right back. While I'm waiting for the dough to Autolyse, I went ahead and greased a 9x5 bread pan with a little bit of shortening, and we'll keep that to the side for later. Now it's time to knead it. I'm using the stand mixer, but you can do it by hand if you want. But if you do it by hand, just know that you're going to be kneading for a solid 10 minutes. I don't want to sit here and push on dough for 10 minutes, so the stand mixer is a little bit easier. So all I'm going to do is set the stand mixer on, maybe put it on number 2. Yeah, number 2 looks good. And I'm just going to let it rock and roll for about 10 minutes. So set your timer again, 10 minutes, and see you in a little bit. All right, our 10 minutes is up. Now that our dough has been kneaded for 10 minutes, you're going to take just a little bit of oil and throw it into a clean bowl. Kind of get it around in there. It's just going to help prevent the dough from sticking while it's in the proofing process. So let's see how it came out. All right, yeah, no, nice. Very nice. All right, so that's what it's looking like. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take it and put it into a rough ball. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, and there we go. We got a nice little ball. And we're going to roll it around in a little bit of oil. You can cover it with some plastic wrap. I have this little rubber thing I put it in, and we're going to let it proof for 30 minutes. You can keep your dough on the counter to proof, but what I do is I throw it in an oven that has the light on, because it's a little bit warmer, it proofs a little bit better. So we'll keep that in there for just about 30 minutes, and we'll come back and check it out. So our dough is done with the initial proof. And look at that. Yeah, she's looking pretty good. So we're going to turn the dough out onto the counter, and we're going to take some of the air out of that dough. Now, everybody does this a little different. I'm used to making sourdough bread, so I'm going to do this the way that I do it for sourdough. So I kind of push the air out just a little bit and stretch the dough a little bit. And we have our baking pan ready, our bread pan. So fold it over like that. And then I'm folding all the way over like that, and then kind of pinching down the ends a little bit. You kind of want to have a nice little seam going across the top. There we go. So you want to get that seam on the bottom, And sometimes it works out for me, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not a professional baker, so I don't care. As long as the bread tastes good, that's all that really matters. If it looks good, that's a bonus. So now we're going to put it in our bread pan for the final proof. And we'll slip that right in there. And that looks good. We'll press it down just a little bit, even it out. You don't want to press it down too much, but just to kind of get it in there. Now we're going to cover it with a towel again. We're going to place it back in that cold oven with the light on for another 30 minutes for the final proof and final rise. So now that the final proof is done, we're going to take this out of the oven and set it on the counter. Take a little peek at it. Oh yeah, it's risen pretty nice. So we're going to close that up and we are going to set the temperature for 355. Let that preheat. While we're waiting for our oven to preheat, we're going to take a little bit of flour and just sprinkle it over the top. Before I add the bread, on the bottom shelf I put an old pan with about 1.5 cups of boiling water in it. What that's going to do is that's going to create some steam and it's going to help with getting that dough to rise in there really nice. Now that the oven's up to temp, we're going to put our bread in and we're going to bake for 25 minutes. All right, our 25 minutes is up. And let's see how we're looking. Oh yeah, there we go. So now what I want to do is I kind of want to give it a little more, maybe about another 5 minutes to just brown up directly on the rack. So just be real careful with it. It's going to be really soft. We're going to take the pan of water out of there because we don't need that anymore. It's done its job. So just crank your oven up to about 390 for about 5-10 minutes. Let that brown up a little bit and we should be done. And there we have it. Complete. Nice and brown. All in all, it's an easy bake. It tastes delicious. It's going to be nice and light and fluffy. We'll cut it open in a little bit. The hardest part is going to be waiting. I know everybody wants to cut into it right away. Everybody loves the taste of warm bread with some nice butter on it. But believe me, if you can hold out for just a little bit, maybe a half hour, an hour, probably be better. You're going to get more flavor out of it, and I think you're going to enjoy it a little more. All right, now let's cut into it and see what we got. I can already feel it's nice and soft. Very nice. Look at that. It looks beautiful. I'm gonna give it a little sniff test there. Oh, it smells good. It smells real good. A little taste. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be happy with this. You follow this recipe, you're gonna be really happy. Let's try it with a little bit of butter. Oh, a little smear. There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah. Nice and soft, nice and fluffy, light with some good chew to it. I think you're really going to enjoy this bread. To keep it fresh, make sure you put it in a plastic bag like you would a commercial bread, like from the stores and stuff. That's going to keep it fresh longer, but try it out. I really think you're going to like it. I mean, this came out great. Now, obviously, I'm not a professional baker. I'm just some dude who likes to cook and ride motorcycles. But that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. And I'm new to all this. So I invite you to hit the subscribe button and come with me on my journey while I kind of figure it out. And, I don't know, hopefully make better videos. Otherwise, that's it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Get the bacon.